great news of the U.S. labor market granting nearly $200 million in states to battle unemployment insurance fraud, as well as Instagram and Facebook are offline. The biggest crash since 2008. The stock is down 5%, and I guarantee you someone might be out of a job at Facebook and Instagram. How does that happen? Oh my goodness. People might actually have to talk to each other. You're like everyone's sitting around having lunch or breakfast and going, oh God, I didn't know you were here. Hey everybody, I hope you're having a marvelous Monday. Here's your unemployment update. My goal in these videos is to give you the best access to government and private money for yourself, loved ones, and your business. So stay tuned to the channel for personal finance videos, real estate, stock market, crypto, credit, and other investments to generate you income and save you money, which are good things, right? A recent study from Bankrate looked at which college major will provide the best salaries and employment for college graduates across America. Looking at 156 college majors. Did you know there were that many? The most valuable major is architectural engineering. You're still stuck on 156 majors? Is it that many? Yeah, there's that many. With degree holders bringing in an average annual salary of $90,000 if you're in architectural engineering and have an unemployment rate of, guess what, 1.3%. That's pretty good odds for getting that degree. The second is construction services with the median annual income of $80,000. It has 1% unemployment rate. Third is computer engineering, making $101,000. And it is 2.3% unemployment rate. So fourth, aerospace engineering with an average income of $100,000, and the unemployment rate for those people are 1.9%. And fifth is transportation sciences and technology with $86,000 annual income and unemployment rate of 1.8%. So why do you care? You care for one reason. If you're going to invest 4 years or 5 years or 6 years, or some people 8 years into college, you want to pick something that has a very low unemployment rate. It's just doing the math to figure out how you're going to have the most stable employment, provided you want to use your degree for that employment. If you look at a college degree that has like a 90% unemployment rate for people that actually use those degrees, I don't know. You might want to rethink that. Bankrate analyst Sarah Foster explained, quote, the purpose of the list like this isn't to dissuade someone from choosing a career that they're passionate about, but to inform them of the steps they need to take in order to be successful in the career that they're choosing, end quote. I think you want to take full responsibility for what time you trade for a major, right? How does your major rank on the list of college majors paying the most money and having, well, the least unemployment rate? Let me know in the comments. Check the link. The article is there. I'd love to know where you stack up. Don't you want to know? I would think you would, but finish the video first. Meanwhile, we've talked about President Biden all the time on this channel. He's like one of our favorite characters here. And now his wife is making news for standing up and fighting high levels of unemployment for a truly deserving group of Americans. The First Lady, Jill Biden, you're probably Jill? I thought it was just Mrs. Biden. Yes, if you know her like I know her, it's Jill. Has spearheaded a plan to improve military family lives. And a new report from the White House suggests tackling unemployment is a key step towards meeting the goal. The report states that, quote, military spouses currently have a 22% unemployment rate, and as a result, 39% of military families have had to consider leaving active duty services, end quote. So their spouse is literally pulling them away because they can't make ends meet. So, and this is our military, folks. When you think about it, I mean, 39% of military families are considering leaving, 22% unemployment rate for their spouses. And think about how the military just says, yep, you're going to Florida. And they're like, huh? And then the spouse just has to go to Florida and figure it out. Get a new job, new career, new friends, new everything. It can be a tough life. Rory Browsers, executive director of Joint Forces, explains, quote, most spouses need or want to work, and they're faced with barriers that don't allow them to do that. The military spouses, the rate of unemployment has been statistically unchanged for 10 years. She also stated, quote, "We talked all the time about military families' readiness being a national security imperative." And I think especially as we talked about readiness and retention, we absolutely have to address the quality of life for military families. We don't want to see Dear John or Dear Jane letters going to their spouses saying, yep, we got to call it quits on this thing called being together as a family. I hate to see that. So I couldn't agree more with this unemployment initiative and hope that a new push to fight for unemployment among military spouses can pass with flying colors, and we can help the people that serve to protect us and help us, or whatever your opinion is about them. Still, at the end of the day, when you call, they're there for us. Finally, our good friends over at the U.S. Department of Labor, our favorite group, our tax money at work for us, recently announced a new disaster relief stimulus package of nearly $200 million to state, territories, and Washington, D.C. to battle unemployment insurance fraud across America, which we covered a lot on this channel. We've talked about rappers who've done it, people buying Lamborghinis and Ferraris and, getting shacked up going to the bar place, the cement and bar place. They stated, quote, in last September, the department allocated about $77.8 million in grants. 44 state, territories, and districts received $64.4 million of funds from the PUA fraud detection and the PEUC fraud detection. That's the federal part. The PEUC was for unemployed people that are 1099, people with side hustles, and the PEUC is the regular benefit that had the boost of $600 and then $300. This is great because the grants are free money for the state, so it's not like it burdens the taxpayers. The Secretary of Labor, Marty Walsh, explained, quote, these grants will enable states to procure, implement, and maintain identity verification and fraud detection solutions to ensure that safety and integrity for the state unemployment insurance systems, paving the way for better access to people with legitimate claims, end quote. Now, you might be wondering, well, the popularity of this has grown. So literally all over the world, we have people that are trying to get into these systems and take your money. You know that because I've seen it in the comments. All over the world, we have hackers and people that are trying to get in. Probably Facebook and Instagram are dealing with the same thing right now. Hopefully, these unemployment benefits can be recovered and properly distributed to the Americans across that are still in need of the disaster relief federal extended enhanced unemployment benefits. Like some of you have talked about, y'all said that, hey, I've gotten a bill for taxes and I haven't even received the money. So this is it's been tragic. And also, vitally important because you may have to learn to talk to somebody again, which could be very scary. I'm talking about Facebook and Instagram are down and went offline today. This is unbelievable. 5% drop in their stock. I called Mark. Mark didn't answer. I think his phone was cut off. Looks like someone might be looking for new employment. Mark is going to probably find out pretty quickly who messed up the system, and they'll be gone. And there could be a fresh job available for anyone who can fix the troublesome outage, as so many people are disconnected from the metaverse right now. And people disconnected from the metaverse is just horrific, right? People are going to need counseling. Oh, also, the last 5 miles of my race, what was I thinking? Do I have more? Do I have more was what I was thinking. 65 miles into the race, I was looking at people that had fatigued out, got cramps, and were on the side of the road. And I wondered how much more I had. I didn't want to push too hard, but I also wanted to push myself the hardest I could. But my knees were given, both of them. My back was hurting and my stomach, all at the same time. And I hadn't eaten any food because I hadn't trained with food. So I was completely out of energy the last 5 miles and crossed the finish line and kind of fell on the ground. And that was the end of that for a couple hours. So it was interesting to see. I didn't want to fatigue out and have a muscle cramp and be stuck on the last couple miles to get to that 70-mile marker. So it's kind of interesting. It's such a mental, physical, emotional game. It's unbelievable. And then crossing the finish line, I was euphorically emotional. It was unbelievable. You know, I'm not going to say I cried, but it's possible. If you still haven't applied for the unemployment assistance, get a head start on the weekend and apply today. In most states, you can still claim unemployment. It's been around since the 30s. You can get state unemployment. So many people were talking about how it's gone. It's gone, like Facebook or Instagram. It's poof, gone. No, it's there. The state benefit's been around since the 30s. You can still get 26, 27 weeks if you sign up for that and get it and get what you don't want to miss out on that. You may have to use ID.me, which is facial recognition 3D software, so we can fight fraud as well. Just be honest, just answer those questions as quick and easy as possible. The other thing is, if there's still the window of your backdated stuff or what you might have missed when you're out of work during this crazy 20 months. Make sure you don't miss out on that. I don't want you to miss out on that. If you use your savings, go get that money back. The feds funded it, so you might as well take it, because they'll probably just take it back and then tax us anyway what they gave us. I'd rather it go to you. The PUA, though, still seems closed, but I remain hopeful that our lawmakers can provide new fiscal support through unemployment funds.
I think that he really resonated with a lot of it, because I was no less than 32 hours, 50 shows were sold out.
How much did you spend on marketing?
Really nothing.
Nothing. My heart craves off it. Please just tell me the truth.
But, please don't get upset when I say this, but I got into the entertainment business for traditional talent.